field. Instead of starting in seated position or meditation pose, we're going to lay flat on our back, just like we do in Savasana at the end of the practice. So come to lay down flat on your back and bend your knees and make that your knees touch. If you want, you can bring the feet to the side of the mat. Make sure that your back is touching the mat, so I don't have a hollow back here. And then it's up to you having your hands next to your thighs or next to your hips, or resting the palms on your belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Feel how the shoulders are touching the mat or touching the floor below you. How your arms are relaxed, your hands relaxed. You're slowly deepening the breath here. Maybe listen to the sounds around you. Maybe you can smell a particular smell around you. Make sure to breathe deep and slow breaths here. Really arriving in the present moment into your practice. And noticing what's going on in the body. See if there's any body parts that ask for your attention. If you feel pressure, pain, or if you feel stiffness or tightness. And if you do, try to direct the breath to that point. And when you've done that, exhale the pressure or exhale the pain, the tightness or stiffness. Take a few more breaths and set an intention for your practice. What do you want to focus on? Or what do you want to work on? Where do you want to bring your attention? On your next exhale, you can open your eyes and bring the knees into the chest. Hold on to your shins and maybe find a little sway or rock the body here. Inhale. And on your exhale, hold on to your right shin or the right leg. Then straighten the left leg out long in front of you. And hover the foot, hover the leg above the floor. Make sure that your back is still on the mat, the shoulders touching the mat. And take a foot circle here with the left foot. And take it one way and then the other. And then you can slowly place it down. Now sway your right leg from side to side, opening the hip, opening the groin. Still with the back and shoulders on the mat. And breathing slowly. Come back to center. Hug both knees back into your chest. Maybe find that little sway. And then switch sides. So we take an inhale here. And on an exhale, hold on to your left knee or your left shin. And straighten the right leg out long in front of you. Take the foot circle. Take it one way and take it down the other way. And slowly place the heel on the mat to the floor. And on this side as well, sway your left leg from side to side. Trying to keep the shoulders and the back on the mat. Opening the hips and opening the groins. Breathing slowly. And breathing at your own pace. So during this practice, I really like for you to hold on or to stay true to your own breathing. And stay true to what feels good for you or what feels right in your body today. Knees in now. Both knees into the chest again. Then roll over to the right. Come up to a seated or meditation pose. And bring the feet in together, either in front of each other or the ankles crossed. On an inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Open the chest, lengthen the spine. Make that your chin is in line with the mat. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And on your next inhale, lift the arms up to the sky and look up. On your exhale, twist to your left. Right hand on top of the left knee and the left hand behind your back. Then lengthen the spine, open the chest and look past your left shoulder on an exhale. Come into your twist. Keep breathing. Take one more breath here. And on your next exhale, turn back to center. Alright. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Keep your shoulders low. Look up. And on an exhale, twist to your right. Left hand on top of the right knee and the right hand behind your back. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, look past the right shoulder. And come into your twist. Again, breathing slow. Staying true to your own breathing. Inhale. And on your exhale, come out slowly. Alright. If you have your feet in front of each other, you can keep the foot that is closest to your thighs where it is and take the right leg out, or in your case can be the left leg as well. Otherwise, just keep one knee bent, straighten the opposite leg, straighten the spine, and on your inhale, lift the arms up to the sky again. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, look up, keep your arms lifted. And on an exhale, slowly bring it down. Now let's see where your hands drop. We're still at the start of the practice. So it can be that your hands only come at the same length or the same height of your knees. So you can keep your hands there, maybe a little bit in front, or on your ankle, or maybe your foot. On an inhale, lift again. And on an exhale, surrender. Relax your head, your neck and shoulders. And feel the stretch into the side body, and your thigh, and in your hips. Taking it easy, there's no need to push yourself into any uncomfortable positions here. Slowly warming up the body. And slowly stretching out the day. Take one more breath. And on your next inhale, slowly look up. And make your way all the way back to center. Really slow and in control. Beautiful. Same on the other side. So if you have the right foot in, take it back to center. Lengthen the left leg out long. All the other way around. Then lengthen your spine. Make sure the shoulders are low. And on an inhale, lift the arms. And look up to the sky. Inhale here. On an exhale, twist to your left. Inhale again. And on your exhale, slowly descend. Again, see where your hands land naturally. Don't push yourself or pull yourself any further forward. So either your hands in line with the knee, in line with the calf and the shin, or on your foot or ankle. Inhale, lift your gaze. And on an exhale, release. Really try and relax the head and neck and shoulders. You can test it by moving the head from left to right. Maybe nodding it yes and no. Feel the stretch in the side body. Feel the stretch in the hip, in the groin. We're breathing slowly. Maybe remembering your intention. So what is it that you want to focus on today? To what body part do you want to bring your attention? Your next inhale, slowly look up. And make your way back to center, slow with control. Bring your feet together and straight away roll over or bring yourself into tabletop position or all fours. So bring your hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And you can choose here to keep your toes tucked under or leave the feet flat on the mat. Activate your core. Stay active in the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the head up to the sky for cat pose. For cow pose. On your exhale, round the spine and drop your head for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. And exhale back to cat. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take 3 more. And if you've done yoga for a while, or you do it regularly, this might be a little bit boring. So I invite you here to try something or to find something that's new for you. You can start moving from left to right or take some circles. Or maybe turn around your hands and warm up the wrists at the same time. So be curious. And find some playfulness here. Let's take 1 more. And then come back to center. Alright, if your wrists are a little bit weak or you feel tired, come to sit on your heels and take a little break. Or if you're fine, we're going to hop straight onto our next stretches. So again, come back to all fours and straighten the right leg behind you. Make sure that the hips are still not square, but they're pointing towards the mat. So we really want to keep the hips low and not opening to your right. We want to keep them in one line. And then move back and forth, stretching out the right calf, stretching out the thigh, and strengthening the arms and wrists here. Keep the core engaged. Keep breathing. And next time you're in center, lift the right leg up. And again, try to not open the hip. Keep the hips in line. So when you're here and you find it difficult to find that square position, make sure that the right foot is pointing towards the left corner of your mat. So it might feel a little bit awkward in the beginning, but it really helps you to get the hips in one line. Take a deep breath in, long breath out, strengthening the core, the arms and legs here. And on your exhale, you can start looking up to the sky, maybe look backwards, and this time open the hip all the way up to the sky or to your right, and lift the right arm all the way to the ceiling. So this is gate pose variation. I'm going to stay here for 3 breaths. Keep your right leg lifted. Your right arm up if you can. And if you're finding, or if you find it difficult to find your balance, try to find a focus point in this up in the ceiling, or maybe in front of you. Inhale here. And on your exhale, keep your right leg lifted. Bring the right arm down. Bend the right knee. And place the foot between the hands. So we're in a low lunge. Come into your low lunge. Opening the chest. Keeping the left leg low. Now place your left palm on the mat and the right arm up to the sky again. One breath here. And then tuck the back toes under and lift the left knee. Strengthening the legs. Strengthening the arms. So we're moving really slow, but we're really strengthening the body today. Inhale. On an exhale, frame your front foot. Step the right foot next to the left for plank. Then drop the knees. Hinge the shoulders over the wrists. Bend your elbows and make sure that they are still very close to the side body. Then bring the chest, the chin and the knees on the mat. And slide forward into Cobra. Inhale here. And exhale down. Let's take 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you want even more, you can lift your feet. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Push yourself up and come back into your child's pose. Let's take a few breaths. On your next inhale, look up to the front of your mat. Slowly bring yourself forward and back into all fours or tabletop position. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So find your position, the wrist, elbows and shoulders in line, the knees in line with the hips. And if you find, or if you have trouble finding your balance, tuck your toes under. If not, I challenge you to keep them flat on the mat. Inhale here. And then your exhale, push the left foot back and start to move back and forth, stretching out the calf, stretching out the thigh, strengthening the arms. Keep your core engaged, the hips in one line. You probably notice that actually it takes a lot more effort to keep the hips in line than to keep them open. Take one more breath. And then next time you're in center, lift the left leg up. And again, the hips are in the same line. Make sure if you need that extra push, that your foot is pointing towards the right side of the mat. And hold here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee and place the foot between the hands, low lunge. So find your position. You might have to wiggle your feet or your legs a little bit. Make sure the front knee is in line with the ankle and the back knee is still on the mat. Open the chest. And on your exhale, place the right hand on the mat and lift the left arm all the way up to the sky. Open the chest here. And keep breathing. On your next exhale, push the right toes onto the mat and lift the knee. So in a lunge or twisted lunge. Inhale. Exhale, place the knee on the mat and frame the front foot. Come back to your low lunge and sweep the feet on the knees back to each other, back to your all fours. Straighten the left leg behind you, then open through the left leg or the left hips. Maybe bring the hand to the hip or straight up to the sky. Breathe in here. Keep your left leg lifted. Your left arm up high. Breathe in slow. Inhale, one more breath. And on your exhale, bring it down. Place your feet on the mat and come back to your child's pose. So you can choose to have your knees together or bring the knees towards the outsides of the mat. Bring the arms out long in front of each other. Then rest the chest and the forehead on the mat. Or if your shoulders are not very open today, bring your hands towards the lower back or the feet. And let's take 3 breaths here. So we really warmed up the body here. We're ready to create some real heat and challenge the body in our standing poses. So remember your intention, remember what you want to work on. And throughout the next series of the repetitions we're going to do, stay strong and hold on to that. You're here for a reason. You chose to show up. So don't give up on it now. On your next inhale, look to the front of your mat. And lift the upper body, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes under, hinge the shoulders forward, and push yourself into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward dog. Paddle the feet or walk your dog. Stay strong in the hands, the fingers widely spread, shoulders away from the ears, hips up high to the sky. And keep breathing. Inhale. And then exhale, try to push the heels down as far as you can. Don't worry if they're not touching the mat or not touching the floor. Just see how far they can go down. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then your next inhale, look forward. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and slowly with baby steps, walk your feet towards the hands. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Make sure that the head comes last. Then bring the palms together in front of the chest. Mountain pose. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Your version. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift the arms. And now bend the knees and come into chair pose. So I like to have my feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. But eventually we do want to get the feet together. And make sure that the weight is in the heels. And we can see the big toes. Keep your shoulders low. Inhale here. Bring all the weight onto your left foot. Lift the right and step it back into high lunge. Keep your shoulders low, the hips pointing towards the front of the mat. And take a deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale. And on your exhale, place the back foot on a 45-degree angle. Make that your hips are in the center of the mat and the arms out into a T. Then look past your front middle finger, warrior two. Your front knee is in line with the ankle and you're active throughout the back of the leg. Arms into a T, shoulders low. Then inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm, drop the right hand and lift the left arm up and overhead, peaceful warrior. If you want, you can bring the right hand around the spine onto the inside of the left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten the legs, lift the arms. Push your hips to the back of the mat. Arms into a T again. And then drop it down. So we bring the left hand onto the mat. Look up to the sky, triangle. Keep breathing here, feeling the stretch. Then your next inhale, look down. Then bend your front knee a tiny bit and come back to your warrior two. From here, bend the left elbow and place it on top of the left knee. Really push the shoulder away from the ears and the head, or the ear and the head. So we're not sinking into the shoulder here. Keep yourself lifted. Now lift the right arm up high and overhead. But instead of just having it hanging here overhead, make that your left or your right hand or your right arm is in line with the right leg. So it's one strong straight line here. Inhale. And exhale. If you want even more, you can bring the left hand onto the mat too. Inhale here. And then your exhale, slowly bring it down. Frame the front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Step back into plank. We're going to vinyasa, or doing a chaturanga. So if you're very familiar with this, just be my guest. Do what you need to do. Otherwise, bring the knees to the mat or onto the mat. Shoulders hinge over the wrist. Elbows close to the side body, and then bring the chest, knees and chin onto the mat. Inhale, lift the upper body, or lift your and open the chest for cobra. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, tuck the back toes under. And on an exhale, push yourself back to plank and downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. So if you're sweating like me, maybe blow out through the mouth or breathe out through the mouth. Let go of some heat. If you're tired in the body, remember you can always come to child's pose. On your next inhale, look to the front of your mat. Bend the knees and either step, hop or jump, feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms in front of the chest and mountain pose. Again, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Keep your arms up and bend the knees on an exhale, chair pose. Bring the weight into your heels. Keep the chest open, the shoulders low. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, bring the weight onto the right foot. Lift the left foot off the mat and step it back into your high lunge. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And on your exhale, place the back foot on a 45-degree angle and drop your arms into a T. Shoulders low. Your center, or your shoulders are in line with your center. The front knee in line with the ankle and the back leg super active. Arms into a T and look past your front middle finger. And then on your next inhale, reach forward. Flip the front palm, drop the back palm and take the right arm up and overhead, peaceful warrior. You can stay here or take the left arm around the spine to the inside of the right thigh. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, lift the arms up to the sky and bump the hips towards the back of the mat. Arms into your T and then slowly drop it down into triangle. So your arms are into a T shape, but now with the right palm on the mat or your right fingertips. If you need a block, you can grab it here too. Or you can just leave your hand in line with the shin. Keep breathing wherever you are. Notice how it feels in the body. On your next inhale, slowly bend the front knee again. Come back into your warrior 2. 1 breath here. Then bend the right elbow, place it on top of the right knee, and lift the left arm up to the sky. And remember, you have options here. You can stay here in your side angle, or you can bring the with the elbow on the knee, or you can bring the fingertips onto the mat. Whatever you choose, make sure that the leg and the left arm are in one straight line. It's very easy just to bring it overhead and let it hang here. We want to stay active in the whole body. Keep breathing. And on your next inhale, you can drop your hands, look down, frame the front foot, and step into plank, your way to chaturanga or vinyasa. So either with the knees lifted or the knees down. Knees down, hands to shoulders, elbows into the side body, chest, knees and chin on the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale down. Back to plank and down dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. And remember, you can come to child's pose if you need to. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up high to the sky. Bend the knee, bring the knee to your nose. Then place a foot between the hands, your back foot on your 45-degree angle. And this time we're not opening the hips, we want to keep the hips again facing the front of the mat. If you find your balance, you find your position, lift the arms up to the sky, warrior 1. 1 breath. And bring the hands to your hips. Straighten the front leg. Step the back leg a step in. So we want to keep maybe like 1 step between the feet right now. Then lengthen the spine. Really look up or open the chest and look to the front of your mat. And on an exhale, slowly bring it down. Pyramid pose. Bring the hands in front or in line with the shoulders. And again, if we're here, see how your hips want to open to the left. And try to challenge yourself by pushing the hips towards the front of the mat. You can imagine pushing your right hip all the way back and the left hip a little bit more forward. Keep your front knee bent, just a tiny bend, a micro bend. And relax the head, the neck and shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale completely. And bring your hands to your hips. And slowly bring yourself back up to standing. Now bring all the weight into the front leg. And slowly start to lift the left foot behind you. Try and find a focus point in front of you to find your balance. Maybe bring the hands in front of the chest or out long behind you. Warrior 3. Again, as we did in the beginning, make that your back foot is pointing towards the right corner of your mat. Inhale here. On an exhale, bend the knee, bring it forward into the chest. Again, find your focus point. And then grab the side of the ankle of the left foot and come into tree pose. I'm losing balance too. So it's okay, if you lose your balance, just start to deepen your breath again. Find your focus point and come back into it. Hands in front of the chest or high up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, bring the palms down. Hug the knee into your chest. And slowly bring it down. Shake your legs. So again, we're moving slow. It's a little bit challenging today. Take a breath here in mountain pose. And on your inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And place your hands on the mat. Step the feet back into plank and straight to downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths in your down dog. Really catching your breath. And coming back to your intention. So at the start of the practice, you told yourself to focus on something. And now ask yourself if you're really doing that. Or if you maybe lost your focus. If you lost the attention. As we go into our last little flow here, really stay present, stay focused. And think of that thing you wanted to focus on. Your next inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the knee to your nose. Place a foot between the hands, back foot 45-degree angle. Find your balance, hips pointing forward, lift the arms up to the sky, warrior 1. And as you're here, staying strong, front knee in line with the front ankle, strong through your back leg, arms up high, shoulders low. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And your next exhale, drop the hands to your waist, straighten the front leg, and step your right foot a little bit further to the center of your mat. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. And exhale, fold forward, pyramid pose. Again, your hands in line with the shoulders on the mat, or maybe a little bit further in front. Don't bring them too far, we don't want to bring any tension or weight into the shoulders. Keep the upper body quite relaxed. Keep breathing. And like we said on the other side, make that your hips are pointing the front of the mat, not pointing towards. It's super easy just to twist open to one side. We kind of lose the intention of the pose when we do so. Take one more breath here in pyramid pose. And then bring your hands back to the hips. And slowly roll all the way back up. Beautiful. Now, weight into the left foot. Slowly looking forward or looking to the front. Then find your focus point and lift the right leg behind you. Find your balance and maybe bring the hands in front of the chest or out long behind you to fly into warrior 3. Point your right toes to the left side on the left corner of the mat. If you fall out, just come back into it. Don't punish yourself or don't be blaming yourself for not doing it the right way. You don't have the same balance every day. Now bend the right knee. Come back into standing. the knee towards the chest. And grab your ankle and bring the foot into your left thigh. If tree pose or the full expression of tree pose is too much, bring the ankle towards the ankle, the sole of the foot to your ankle or to your calf. Never on your knee. So take a few breaths in tree pose wherever you are. Hands in front of the chest or up to the sky. Inhale. And on your exhale, slowly release. Shake out the legs. Beautiful. I'm going to come to the center of my mat so you can see me. So bring the feet now a little bit wider than hip width apart. Bring the arms in front of the chest or in line with the shoulders. Then bend the knees and slowly make your way all the way down into Balasana or frog pose. Bring your hands in front of your chest and push the knees away with the elbows. Keep the shoulders low, chest open. If this is too much, keep your heels lifted. It's absolutely fine. If you can, do place your heels on the mat. And now push the elbows into the knees while you push the knees into the elbows. So we're creating a lot of heat here, a lot of strength. In a pose that seems really easy, but requires quite a bit of strength here. Inhale deeply, or inhale, long inhale. And a long exhale. Now place your hands on the mat or in front of you. Lift the left heel and straighten the right leg out to the side. If you want, you can stay here or place the left heel on the mat again, the hands in front of the chest, or maybe around into Skandasana. Or if you practiced with me before, I like to call it retreating warrior. Keep your toes lifted and your foot active. Roll the left or the right shoulder back and look up to the sky. Just one breath in. And release the hands. Place them back in front. Lift the left heel and come back to your frog pose or Balasana. Stay here for one breath, maybe moving from left to right. And then place the left leg out long to the side. You can stay here or place the right foot on the mat, hands in front of the chest, or take them around, holding on behind the right thigh. Roll the left shoulder back and look up to the sky. Keep the left toes pointing upwards. Stay active in the left leg. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, slowly release, come back to center. Actually, we're going to sit straight onto the mat, so come onto your bum, place the feet on the mat, and slowly roll back. Keep your knees bent, your hands next to your hips. Your feet hip width apart. Your shoulders on the mat. And on an inhale, lift the hips up. So come into maybe 50% of a bridge pose. Taking it easy. On an exhale, bring it down. And inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. This time a little bit higher. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, even higher. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale as high as you can. As high as you can without injuring yourself. So take it easy. And here I invite you either leaving your hands on the mat or maybe interlacing the hands behind your back. If you do, roll the shoulders underneath the body. Open the chest, bring the chest towards the chin, chin towards the ceiling, and lift your hips as high as you can. So it's very easy here to widen the knees. We want to keep the knees in line with the feet, pointing forward, facing the front of the mat. Keep lifting the hips. Keep breathing. And let's take one more breath. If you have it, unlock your hands and slowly bring it down. Hug the knees into the chest. And now we're back where we started. Here I'm going to give you the possibility of some time to do what feels right for you. So I'm going to show you how to get into supine twist and happy baby pose. But if you do want to get into wheel or shoulder stand, feel free to do so. It's up to you. You know what you need and you know what your body desires the most right now. So we're going to start in a supine twist. Hold onto the right knee. Straighten the left leg out long in front of you. And then pull the right knee all the way to the side or on top of the left. Right hand in line with the right shoulder. The shoulders touching the mat. And getting into your twist on an exhale. Look past your right hand. Maybe close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And long breath out. One more in. And on your exhale, slowly turn back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And then hold on to your left, straighten the right. Pull the left knee onto the right side. Shoulders in line and on the mat. Look past the left hand. And on your exhale, twist. Slow down the breath. Slow down your heartbeat. You notice how you feel in the body. And maybe you feel different right now. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Inhale. And Exhale slowly back to center. Out both knees into the chest. Slide your hands along the shins onto your feet, to the soles of your feet, and push the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. Maybe straighten one leg a bit and then the other. Move from side to side. Just as if you were a baby. Breathing slowly and letting go of the breath. You don't need to force anything anymore. And when you're ready, straighten the legs out long in front of you and come into Savasana, our final pose. Relax the shoulders, feel how they're pushing onto the mat. Relax your back, your lower back. Maybe sway your hips from side to side. And your legs. Really let the body arrive back on your mat. Feel how different it is than when you first started the practice. Go back to what you were thinking. Do you remember if you felt any stiffness or tightness? If you felt pressure or pain? Or maybe tension? How does the body feel now? Is this something maybe has changed? And remind yourself of what you wanted to focus on. Even in this practice, you maybe lost your focus or found it difficult to stay true to that focus. It's just a practice. There's no competition. There's no one that needs to look up. Sorry, there's no one that you need to look up to or that you need to prove. Your practice is yours and something you do for yourself. So be easy on yourself. Be easy on your body. Be easy in what you're thinking. Take one deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth, really let go of something. Then hug the knees into your chest, roll over to your sides, and push yourself back up into meditation pose. And bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your lower belly. And thank yourself for taking the time to work, to focus, and bring attention to your body, to your mind, and to your practice. Thank yourself for showing up. And maybe tell yourself one thing you're grateful for today. Namaste.